Hi, my name's Dart and welcome to my advanced surgical hogging guide. So this is going to be a follow-on to my original surgical hog tutorial which I made a couple of months ago. That video has now been viewed over 125,000 times, which I think I'm right in saying makes it the most viewed surgical hog tutorial on YouTube, which is really cool, but it does need updating. So I'm hanging out over in Hebrew Legends at the moment, and I figured I'd enlist my boy Sweidman to help me show you guys how to go through all of the steps to do a consistent 3-star surgical hog attack. So this is the base we're going to use. Sweid and I both hit this base this war. So the first thing you need to do whenever you're going to plan a war attack is work out what kind of army you're going to use so you can build it, right? So, if you've noticed this conspicuous looking toolbar down the right hand side, I've got an on-screen draw app. Finally they've produced a decent one for Android, but it is brand new. So please bear with me because things may go wrong, but hopefully it'll make everything a bit clearer. So, can we use a go lava attack on this base? Well, the air defences are too far apart to use a shattered, because you wouldn't get both of them in with the two golems, and the queen is too central to do a cold-blooded, so no, you can't use a go lava. Can we do a penta maybe? Well, the sweeper's covering the queen and 2 air defences, so no, can't use one of those either. So it's going to be some kind of hog attack. Why surgical? Well, the defences are nice and spread, and that plays into the hands of surgical, and also we've got these 2 wizard towers on the edge. So wizard towers are very effective against hogs, so if we can kill them early, as we can here, then that's going to go well. So the first thing you need to do when you decide that you want to do a surgical hog attack, the very first thing you need to do is figure out where can the double giant bombs be, because that's going to control the direction of your attack. So on this base, those are the 4 possible locations, really. I mean, they're not going to be in the outside because they'd be too easy to trigger. So the next thing we need to figure out is which side do we want to go from with the golems, and which side do we want to go from with the hogs. This is something I didn't really touch on in the first video, and it's one of the reasons I wanted to make a follow-on. The most important thing with a surgical hog attack is maintaining control of your hogs, and that gets harder to do the more levels of defences you have to go through. So ideally you want to go through as few levels as possible. So let's have a look from both sides. So we're either going to go from the south or the north. So from the south we've got 1, 2, 3 levels of defences. Can you see that? There's the archer tower, the cannon, and then the wizard tower, and then up here we've got the cannon, the archer tower, the air defense, and the mortar, and then the expo and the queen and the wizard tower. And then from the north we've got 1, 2. That's it, just the 2 levels. So it's going to be much easier to control the path that the hogs take from the north than it will be from the south. So we're going to hog from the north, and we're going to start by using the golems and the royals from the south. So Sweidman came to exactly that conclusion, and this is how he attacked. So the first thing you do, as with any golem-based attack, is you create a funnel to make sure that the golems and the royals and the ground troops all go where you want them to. Notice Sweid also brings a couple of giants. He's got 3 on this occasion to distract the defences. So open up the wall with wall breakers, then down goes a jump spell, put down the king so that he'll go inside as well. Out comes the enemy CC. Now Sweid is a genius with the lightning spell, so he tends to use lightnings. He always hits the witch. There she goes. I can never hit the witch, so I use rage spells instead. Now in goes the giant first off, and then 3 hogs on each of the defences, starting at 7 o'clock when he starts working around in a clockwise direction. In go all of his hogs on the defences, and first off a Tesla pops up in one of the possible double giant bomb locations, so all of the hogs congregate on that expo, and you know what's coming. A boom. That's a lot of bacon. And to be honest with you, if you lose 15 or 18 hogs, however many that was, to one double giant bomb, then you can't do anything anymore. So he gets his 50%, he's got his 2 stars, and he admits defeat and leaves. So, let's have a look quickly, because that all went south very, very fast. Let's have a look and see why that happened. So the start of it was great. We're good with that. That's not a problem. Now what you want to do when you're doing a surgical hog attack, as I say, is control the hogs. So he's going to get a lot of hogs bunching up here on this expo. And you need to work out why that happens, so you have to look at the pathing of the hogs. So as the hogs go in on these defences, these are the exterior defences. You need to work out where they're going to go after that. So all of these hogs, they go to that wizard tower and then up. They go into the air defence, as do they, after they kill that Tesla that's there. They all go in, these guys go in, some of them go that way and some of them come in. So basically what that means is you've got a huge amount of hogs coming in together on that expo, which is of course why the base is designed this way. So so that's the threat, that's the danger to it. Now, is there anything that we can do to prevent that happening? Well, yeah, actually, yeah, there is. So what you need to do is you need to make a break in the hog deployment. You have to work out how you can control only having a couple of hogs run across those two gaps in the base. So again, you can see they all come in, they've all come down from the top and up from the bottom, and boom. And it doesn't matter how well the rest of your attack goes, if you lose that many hogs, then you can't recover from it. So then I did the attack. Now, yeah, admittedly, I knew exactly where the double giant bombs were, but you still have the same problem. You still have to work out how you're going to get to those two spaces in the base with only a few hogs. And it doesn't really matter whether you know where the double jump bombs are or not, to be honest with you, because as soon as you work out how to control your hogs, then you won't lose any more than a few to it. So quickly, I can explain this before we get into the replay. What you have to do is you have to create a break in the deployment, and the ideal place to create a break on this base is going to be here. Because if you deploy hogs in this way, these ones are going to come down there. Then this wizard tower is going to send hogs to the archer tower, and then it's going to send them to the cannon, and then it's going to send them down. And basically, you've skipped this hole here. So none of those hogs are going to be affected. The only hogs you're going to use are going to be the ones that you deployed out here. Now also, as you noticed, Sweid chose to put 6 hogs down there. Well, the things you don't really need 6 down there, because you've got your heroes in this compartment right here. So instead you can just put 2 in on that mortar and know that they're going to take those and then come up. So with that said, let's have a quick watch. So the start of the attack's exactly the same. I brought a couple of extra wall breakers in case, didn't need them. Then I bring witches as well, again because I take a rage. I want a few more ground troops just to make the most of the rage spell. I like the skeletons for distracting CC troops too. So my giant, by the way, I deploy my giant a little bit higher up. So in go the two hogs first. They get on the mortar down there. Then in go the hogs on the arch tower and the mortar, and then we've got, where are we? Then we've got the hogs. So we've got 3 on there, 3 on here, 3 on there. Those ones are going to funnel in. And now I have to put a heal spell down. So the first heal spell you use to keep the hogs which are going to detonate the double jump bombs alive. So that's what the first one is for. So they've all gone in there. Down goes the heal spell, and now we continue the hog deployment, but we've already got the break. You see? So we've split the hogs. Basically, if we have a quick look at it, we've got, clear that, we've got hogs going round here now, and then we've got hogs which are going round here. We've created a break, so in there we're not going to have anything going. The only hogs which can end up in that spot are the ones which we've deployed down here, and they're going to go through that way. So the second heal spell, if you have to, the first one, as I say, is to keep the hogs alive, which are going to do that, trigger the double jump bomb, they go down. The second heal spell is to keep all of the other hogs up. And that's it. That's really all you have to do. Once that's done, the king goes down immediately. We've still got 10 hogs, maybe 12 hogs left. Queen's almost full health. Time to clean up troops, and the whole base is done in like 2 minutes and 4 seconds or something. So yeah, and so that we don't leave him in ignominious shame, Sweidman knows how to do this too, because well, this was his first attack. So first off, he pulls out the exterior Teslas. I like Teslas on the outside of a base because when they pop up, the reason why he's dragged them out is because they disrupt hogs. So the second they pop up, the hogs freeze for a minute, and it can really wreck your deployment. So he pulls them out first. In go the golems, wall breakers. He's going through a few layers of walls here, so he puts a deep jump. Out comes the CC, and of course, here goes alignment. Every time. Really, really consistent. So down goes the giant, and then 3, 3, 3, 3. And now here's his break. So he drops the heal spell down there for the hogs, which are going to go and take out the double giant bomb. He loses 4 to it, 3 to it, and the second heal spell is down for the other hogs. This time he's taken back end loons. Can take hogs. Doesn't really matter. I prefer hogs. If you're using all hogs, then you don't have to worry about any of the air mines or air bombs. In that case, you saw he just triggered a bunch of the red bombs. So I prefer cleaning up with hogs. But hey, he can do whatever he like. He's Sweidman. So yeah, that's how you do it. I really hope that's clear. If you have any questions at all, please put them below. If you find this video useful, then please share it with your clanmates. It really does make a difference. Give it a thumbs up as well. That's always nice. And until the next time, guys, happy clashing.